na relevance Mazejo, he's been in the game for quite some time. Because he started straight out of high school. And then say it's like 10 years. Alafu pia Frasha tuliongelea Frasha merita. Mimi naona ni kama ni uongo. I don't feel like Frasha is going to retire for real.
Why?
After 23 years.
No, but then I think his music base, the fans, it has migrated over time. The people that are right now giving the music industry what it is are listening to something different. So I think even for him, that's a good move for him to make. If you're looking at your fan base, if there's people who are going to listen to what you're putting out, as in Genge is always going to be there with us forever, but are there fan base which is going to listen to Genge every hit that you release, or are you going to conform to the now music? No, it depends with where you're standing.
Yeah, Otile Brown still stands at position number 1 on YouTube views and subscribers. What's your take on that? Because there's a whole list that came out of Kenya's top 10. Go check it out. But of course I like how he's also being equally consistent, and it means that there's a bunch of people who've understood how social media works and the digital platforms work. What do you think about the old artists? Okay, not old, but let's call them
the
veterans. No, don't call them legends. Sounds like they're dead. Veterans. Let's call them veterans. And now using social media and all these other platforms as utilities.
I think for the veterans we're seeing hitting today are those who've the way you say they've understood the digital media. Like you're finding them on TikTok, you're finding them on Facebook doing lives and all that. Kwa wale imewashinda ndo tunaona wana retire, not throwing shade though.
Okay, so is there a Kenyan song you're listening? Or is there like a Kenyan artist you're listening to or you're vibing to right now?
Nameless.
You love Nameless mpaka sahi?
Yeah, I still listen.
Wewe.
Yeah.
Umesema kama uncle yangu fulani. I have this uncle who tells fake stories. Like when I was a kid, he was saying, I'll buy you a binoculars. So I didn't know what a binoculars was. So I grew up knowing my uncle will buy me a binoculars. You sound like that uncle, I promise. But it's exciting how we are vibing to different things. Who are you vibing to?
Octopizzo.
Octo.
Okay. Pizza the king and you know it.
And you know it.
Yeah.
He has a new, is it EP or album?
Lamunites.
Lamunites. And he dropped it just weeks back, and it's super exciting to actually learn that. Right now I'm vibing to Brandy Maina, who named Z. Yeah, I'm vibing to Brandy Maina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm vibing her. I'm vibing
I'm
vibing to her music.
Una explain sana.
Okay, explain, you look guilty.
And another guy called Furthermore. I like how he's also embracing storytelling. But yeah, meifanya design ya ngonjera. It's like your jibizanaing in a song. So it's like a guy and a girl. So Saru has been featured in one of the songs. So you need to go check out some of the latest tracks released. But of course, there are things that have been released from China, and they've been put in one building called China Square. Now, this square has attracted people from Githurai, Watu, Yatika Road. Kila mtu is going to China Square. And just last week, it became such a business frenzy where everyone went there. It was even hard to actually just queue, make the long queues and actually get whatever you want. Why the attraction, you may ask? Price. Mazejo nakwambia ilikuwa, kwanza, it's not even the price. 3 things. It's like a combination of Luthuli, Kikomba, na wapi kingine? Dubois. Like Dubois. When you're uptown, Dubois. Dubois ni watu wa West wamekuja tao. Dubois ni wenye tuko tao. So it's a combination of 3 places. So kama wewe ni mse unapenda shopping and stuff like that, China Square has been the main attraction, and so many Kenyans have actually made their way to China Square. But then to China. Because it's so big. It's like making your way to China. But kuna kitu moja ime capture attention yangu this week pia. Traders decided that they were going on a small strike. And they protested, wakaenda pale karibu na ofisi ya Rigiji, waka protest. But big shout out to Hope. Ako pale Gikosh Mazejo yuko boy wangu alinipatia heads up akaniambia Mazejo kesho tuko na kama andamano kiasi, we like to see how it goes. Do you think it's fair trade or unfair trade for Kenyan traders?
Okay, you know when the invasion has been happening, I saw the conversation was like Kisumu hata fish ilikuwa imeanza kuzua ya China, and guys are like vumilieni. So now it hit home and guys are like it's serious. But I think for me, it's at the end of the day, life, I'd say inflation in Kenya is so hard. Yenye Mkenya akipata kitu cheap na ni quality ataendea. It's not our fault. It's just that things are very tough for us right now. So kaneza pata kitu cheap and I can get everything in one spot. Because sometimes maneuvering hiyo luthuli ama hiyo gikosh and all that can be crazy. Hata unaweza gongwa. Kasi sisi light skins tunanga bahati. So China Square was favorable to us. Yes.
What?
Tuwezi pewa discount.
Kina Gikomba unazio kama
mzungu wewe.
Mzungu wewe.
Anaangalia naulizo una bargain aje. Under what circumstances?
What's your take on the whole thing? Like, is it fair trade or unfair trade for the traders?
I think for the people who are buying, it's a very fair trade. As in, no one is trying to buy anything that is expensive. We don't have the money. You can just get that. Hiyo kitu unaenda unanunua kitu inauzwa punch, unapata China Square ni 350. Kwa nini usichukue hiyo 350 usave your 150? At least uende ukule ka smocha hivi na kajuo ulale. Unaona watoto wa university, people are eating ugali and stew ya nyanya. And then you expect
them to nyanya.
Si ndio unakaranga nyanya alafu unachukua ugali una dip hivi kwa nyanya unakula.
You've gone through a lot.
No, I'm not saying
it sounds like a personal story. I can't kama unaongelea on behalf of
ni comrade. Huko unaona hii trend yenye watu walikuwa wanatembea wakiinamilia juu kisimamo unasikia njaa. So like the whole day people are walking.
Where?
No, you didn't see those stories.
I can't relate. But there is the extreme level of what she's saying. Tabs, you're just telling us things that inaka kama science fiction.
It's things that are happening. So I don't expect where.
Sa comrade tena inama ndio sisikie njaa.
Sindio.
I don't like.
No, like your stomach
how
is
you're
like
saying
this.
It is really bad. It is coming out as though you're not talking about Kenyans. Ati ugali na supu ya nyanya. Okay, me have gone through a lot in life, but ugali na supu ya nyanya, hiyo ni mpya.
No, the only thing is I don't want Ghanaians to hear what is going on in Kenya.
Kwa nini
because of the Twitter war. Yeah.
By the way, let's talk about the Twitter war kidogo too, right before we play one of the movies that is most anticipated. Nigeria. Oh my goodness.
No, the president.
So Nigerians had an election and they have a new president. Now their new president looks older than their former president, who was old. Like Buhari was old, and he was like more like a ceremonial president. He was a president who was like, oh, I'm expected to, I'm supposed to be, I'm supposed to go to America. That's when you see Buhari. And then he'll go, sick leave. Then there's an issue in Nigeria. Then like, oh yeah, I'm still your president. Like he's been away from Nigeria longer than he's served as president. And now I think it's the ruling party that's still on there. They had more than 14 candidates. And one of my friends called Brian Osweta was covering the story in Nigeria. On ground, in text and in Nigeria it was difficult. Some people were not able to vote. But those that were able to vote still voted in this guy, won by 36%. I don't know what your take on, first of all, the wars online. I'd like you to just highlight that. What Kenyans versus Nigerians has been like our oldest love story.
And Nigerians, you can't win. Musha choma by your president. Tukianza tuko juu. So chill pill. Let's meet after your next election. Otherwise, watu tunawazima hivyo. About what's happening in Nigeria, it was crazy. As in, allegedly, the mass rigging was crazy. Nilikuwa naona hizo form 34A zao. Yani narabiwa tu roho safi na numbers ina.
This one doesn't look correct. 35,000 for who? 17,000.
You know, the rigging was crazy, and I was just like, and it's interesting. The winner has been announced, and he'll be sworn in at itaenda kotini na bado Twitter. So let them just move on.
Inasolvia sasa ile umemaliza term. What's your take? Are we okay? The wars we've already won because we are smart people. No, not to mean that no guys.
Not saying. No, you said it out there. It's out there.
What do you have to say about the wars?
For their retired president-elect, I don't know. As in he's old. That's what we are calling him.
For the new
the new one. He's retired, but he's president-elect because of how old he is.
Are you throwing shade?
No.
That is so unfair.
There's actually someone I saw who said that, and I'm like, that's good.
First of all, I'm never going to do a show with the two of you because you're so savage. Moving on to the next and some of the movies to anticipate this time round, you have to check out Fast X, which is also the last straw. Check it out, and then you're going to take a short commercial break soon after. Take a look.